Today we are going to be learning how to make a pleated basket. So in order to make a pleated basket, we are going to need scissors, a ruler, and an 18 by 24 inch piece of paper. Preferably paper that is thick, kind of like this. You can get some nice watercolor paper or some other paper that has a nice thickness to it. If you can't get paper that has a nice thickness to it, that's okay. We can still use that paper. But instead of cutting our pieces of paper to a 1/2 inch by 24 inches, you will cut your paper by 1 inch by 24 inches and then fold the piece of paper in half. So for this, what we're going to do is we're going to get our piece of paper that is 18 by 24 inches, and then we're going to measure off a 1/2 inch 16 times to be able to get our 16 pieces of paper that are measured off. I have already done this for time's sake, and I have measured out my 16 1/2 inch by 24 inches. So once you have 16 cut out, what we're going to do is we're going to take 8 away. So we're going to take 8 away. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to just put the rest to the side for now. So now that we have our 8, what we're going to do is we're going to lay them out vertically. We're going to go long ways this way. So you're going to lay them out, these 8, nice and straight in a vertical row. So what we're basically doing is we are going to be weaving these pieces of paper in and out of each other. So once we get these 8 pieces of paper nice and even, we want them even because making them even will allow us to make sure our basket is nice and even as we continue to make it. So now that we have them nice and even, we're going to take one of the other 8 that we have set aside, and we're going to weave it in and out of each of these 8 pieces. So for starters, I'm going to start over this one, and I'm going to go under that one, over, under, over, under, over, under. And you're going to repeat that as you go. So you're going to take one of yours, you're going to go over the first one, go under the next one, go over the third one, go under the fourth one, go over the next one after that, go under the next one, go over, and then go under. And as you see, I'm actually already getting them kind of mixed up in kind of sorts. One way to combat this is to tape these 8 down, these 8 that are vertically down. That way they're not moving, they're not going anywhere, and you're able to keep them nice and flat and not have any problems. And when you weave these 8 through, you want to make sure that they're even on both sides, just like we did here, because we want them nice and even so we don't have any problems with our basket as we make it earlier. So now that we have that piece, we're going to take another one, but instead of going over the first one, we're going to go under. So we're going to take this piece, and we're going to go under, then we're going to go over, then under. I'm getting it all mixed up right now. Over, under, over, under, over, under, and then over. And as you see, they're still getting a little mixed up, but that's okay because I can keep track of what's going on so far. And as I said earlier, taping these down will help probably alleviate some of this mess. And we want to make sure that we're keeping them nice and tight and together with one another. Keeping them nice and tight throughout will help make sure that your basket has no holes. Hold up, I think I messed up. over, under, over, under, under, over, under. Here we go. This one needs to go over. Making sure to bring them together, making sure they're nice and tight. We'll make sure that I don't have any holes in my basket. If you have holes in their basket, then we're not able to carry stuff around, and that's no good. We don't want any holes in our basket. So I'm going to fix that mistake that I just made. And it's kind of like a puzzle piece. It's keeping them nice and tight and even in there, kind of fitting them in, making sure they're nice and even throughout this piece will help ensure no further complications down the road as we continue making our basket. Okay, so now I'm going to get another piece, and I am going to start on the other side of the first one that I first put. And since the first one I put was over, I'm going to go under, just like I did with the previous one. So, under. And we're basically going to continue to repeat these steps until